usually won't be streaming at this time of day, about 4 a.m. Central Time in America. But fell asleep pretty early last night and didn't play my game, and also woke up pretty early and awake, so might as well get it done.
Coming up, we'll see the AFC North champion Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Buffalo Bills, AFC East champs for the first time in 25 years. It's the start of the 2021 season, and it's headed your way next.
We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Bill Stadium in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills.
What do you see this team I drafted is all about?
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Garden, so happy to be with you to kick off this much-anticipated 2021 season. With me in the booth as we begin our sixth season together is, of course, Charles Davis. And CD, so much to watch for coming up. What are you keeping an eye on?
Well, Brandon, I'm ecstatic to be back with you, of
Nice,
course. And we got a good
Russell
one right here
Wilson.
out of the gates. I'm interested in seeing some of the changes in 2021. Running backs and wideouts, even linebackers wearing single-digit numbers. But even more than that, I want to see the changes defenses have made, because last year we averaged 49.6 points per game. That's the highest ever by 3 full points. Can these defenses make an adjustment and start to catch up?
Yeah, passer rating, CD, an all-time high. Completion percentage, also an all-time high. So as you said, will those numbers continue to climb northward, or will the defenses adjust? Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away.
Didn't really need to bring that out,
the
but
17-yard line. So here come the Bills.
there wasn't really much reality in which I didn't bring out the opening kickoff.
Third-round pick from Texas A&M, it's Kellen Mond.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team that wins.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he picks up.
Just wanted to pick up that first real quick.
At the 29.
Oh, okay. Still shaking off the sleep a little bit.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And just shutting him off there.
Let's go.
All the way down to the 22-yard line. 61 yards.
We are going to wear them down.
To kick off the new season. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, Dillon.
Really needed him to get out in front of me. Didn't really need help behind me.
Pick up there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
on second down, Dillon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Yeah, some misdirection should be fine. Oh, shit. Good shit. Alright, let's hurry up. I don't like what I saw there.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Dillon.
Knew it didn't look like it was there, but I was going to trust my line to get me there.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And this is
There we go.
Bills touchdown. Jacoby Myers there to make the grab. And the Bills are on the board here first in the season opener. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's where the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense.
All right, now here's the fun part. I've been waiting to play with this defense I put together. My offense is not especially great.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb.
But I'm trusting my skills on all. Oh my God.
Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo.
That's a user hit stick right there.
Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And then it's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead
Looked like that fan's nips were pierced.
you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come
Or like they had
they relaxed a little bit, or
pads underneath, like the straps or something.
turned out to be a touchdown against them.
I don't know. It looked odd
And it's now 14-0.
for a Madden video game.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Cobb. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They're led by the number 2 overall pick in April's draft from BYU, the rookie Zach
Oh, that's Zach Wilson, not Russell Wilson. I see.
We see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and it's not. That tells me it's not just a one-time.
Yeah, let's go quarters.
They work on it all the time, trying to
Let's
hone
start
that
in
fine edge.
quarters.
They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
So cover 2
Well, there
man.
you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first
shit,
one out
that's
of the
my
way,
fault.
though, as he begins.
And his first carry.
That is. Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Wow, that ball gets
What's Josh doing over there? Okay, started out 3-0 against Tennessee. Okay.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat.
See, they won their game though.
Position. One guy doesn't get them home.
Let's go with some cover 3.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back
Show
good
blitz.
plays have him on the move on first down. This is Carson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness.
Get the fuck out of here.
Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Alright, so now we've
Inside the 15 just a yard or two shy of
Got
the
to
10.
adjust a little
It's
bit.
a gain of 35. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going
Switching
to be
Chase Young to left end.
And he'll get this one
Not
down
this
about
game,
the
but next
10-yard
game.
line.
And moving Rashawn Gary over to right end.
Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Yeah.
They head to the line facing
Yeah,
a
I'm here
3rd
for
and
this.
7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
We're in a position where 3 points isn't going to kill us.
Butker's kick here is good. And they will get
Ooh,
themselves on the
wait,
board
what?
here at 14.
How you go up 7-0 after being up 3-0?
3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Must not have told me his full score. He must have, or it got called back or something. I don't know what the fuck happened there. It definitely said 3-0. The 7-0 sounds a lot more like Josh is a beast.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This
They're
year,
just
they
going to
have
leave
the
these
addition
holes
of a 17th
open.
regular
We getting
season
out there and we
game.
running.
What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally,
Derwin James
because
can't
we've
stop
heard about
Dylan.
a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of
Darnold
And
Bowl.
finally, he is out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. 140 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the
Take him
long
right
run.
up the middle.
And the Bills are going to have a first
Change
and goal.
formation,
Some good
so.
running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
How's it looking over there? All right, let's run some play action then. Play action it is. Probably to Johnson again, honestly.
On now off of play action. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on.
I don't know who the fuck that was chasing me, but I don't like it.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Patterson.
Wow.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3.
Noah said it wasn't there.
I thought they were onto something
Based on us being able to get whatever the fuck we want on the ground so far, I had no reason to believe it was not there.
Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Kellen Mond making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bills are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Oh, we got to tighten up and not allow these motherfuckers to move down the field on us like that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive.
Let's go
now
cover 6.
For a touchdown here on this go around.
Press
1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Let's see.
On 2nd down. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive.
Cover 3 Sky. I'm with it.
The incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Shit.
A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope,
what more turnovers?
So what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things?
We're going to take our shot eventually. Just not yet.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Mond's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Let's do it.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mond. There's the first NFL catch for Devontae Smith. So a good start for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May, and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
So far, so good here in Buffalo, or wherever the Bills play.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
This stadium is not in Buffalo,
The kickoff
but
unit is out on the field, and
we are the Buffalo Bills. I still gotta make it to Buffalo sometime. Get some Buffalo hot wings. I want to go to Buffalo Wing Fest. Always wanted to do that ever since watching Osmosis Jones as a kid. Bill Murray encouraged me. Just a Chicago boy wanting his Buffalo wings. Oh, this chump. Yeah, let's go cover 6. Is DX over here? Yeah, it is.
In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Get him.
Pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking on the midfield logo. Powering his way forward. And he's got this
We
down
got 2 timeouts.
to
Alright.
40 before he's out
Probably
of
get a
bounds. That'll go
good
inside
run in.
34 yards
Nah,
that
fuck it.
time.
Let's try this
And
play
control of
action
the
again.
football, switching hands with very
Devontae
little
Smith
time
pops
remaining
back
until
up
the
over
half.
there. I'm taking it.
Off the play fake, run.
Not really here to take that risk, though.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Juwan. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's
For
Vaughn.
the outside shoulder. Come on.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's
When
not
you look
field
at the
goal
scoreboard,
time
you'd
yet.
think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Who's this over here? Fuck, I can't see past the momentum factor. I could use this. There we go, Smith.
They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. And
Fuck
they'll
it.
go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
No point in making a mistake right there. We're having a pretty solid game.
As we send you down to Orlando,
Let's see what's happening around the league.
as our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We begin with the Sam Darnold Bowl, the season opener between New York and Carolina. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. First overall pick, Trevor Lawrence with 2 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Tom Brady, 4 touchdown passes.
Yeah, he
Lastly,
is
let's
feeding
check out our
Tyreek Hill.
nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington
Less than 10
football
yards
team
a
at home
catch, but
at
7
FedEx
catches
Field.
and 2
And they have the
touchdowns.
lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Stephon Diggs, 2 touchdown
Hey, Daniel
catches
Jones.
on the afternoon.
Stephon Diggs is having a
So
very
now for a
similar
check
game
on
to
the next
Tyreek
gen
Hill.
stats in that first half for the Steelers. And not much went right in those first
Except
2
more than
quarters.
10
You can
yards
see
per
the numbers
catch.
on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it's been no contest in terms of the rushing yards. You see a much, much brighter picture there. It's a new season, so both
Yeah,
of
we're
these
still
coaching
trying to run
staffs are
inside.
likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1,
Let's
we
watch
go
the
back
medium
to
pass.
Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes Cobb. And makes it across the 20. As his
Couldn't
guys
shake
get
off
a
that
set
block in
shot
time to
at the
light his ass up.
24-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they
Get
go
'em.
from here? Pressure
There we
comes
go,
in.
Rashawn.
It's gonna go down. Rashawn Gary. In there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I don't know, I'm undecided on if I will move him from over there. Chase Young's doing pretty solid. And I like Chase on the blind side.
You were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down.
Is that a hold?
The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Who roughed him? I even stopped moving with him. It's not my fault.
And I always enjoy the
Bullshit.
conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Williams, 59 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone.
Yeah, we're making some lineup changes. It's pretty likely I'm going to move Trayvon Diggs over to cornerback number 2.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well,
They were terrific
in
the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just
in nickel situations. So then I can put Gilmore in the slot. So really I'm not moving them. I'm just going to have Gilmore in the slot, and it'll move Diggs over to at cornerback 2 on those plays. Fuck are they telling me to pass so much for? Fuck off, coach. Oh, I see. I was still in the Jacoby Myers.
And every time a rookie quarterback gets to start week 1,
We run the ball here.
extra attention that comes with it. We know that he's going to throw the football, but will he make the right decisions? And in this case, with his legs, he showed the defense there's an extra dynamic to his game.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Dillon. 153 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, come on.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but
That's
it's
bullshit.
not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Mon. They're going for it. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Operating out of Steeler territory.
I just don't see why those dudes went to the person they were going to block and then decided to switch. Like, get me the first down and then make a sexy play, I guess. They really don't want me running this ball anymore.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They run once more with Dillon. Trucks over him. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Mon's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
I know it says it's not there, but yes it is.
A shotgun handoff.
Oh, bullshit. Are you serious?
About 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll look to run with Dillon. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A.J. Dillon, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. So this looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL
Man, there's no chance we're losing this game, dude.
But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic.
Like, at the least, I'm going to run the ball so many times that I don't see how they'd even get the ball enough to score that much to come back.
Here comes Cobb. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Oh, okay.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him.
I think they just kind of want to get this first. Nope, they're going to pass. God damn. Hate that everybody looked at him and just went elsewhere. I get they had a zone to cover, but all right. Jalen Ramsey's kind of a 99 at play recognition, and I don't think he. Oh, I got tripped. Oh, I got tripped twice. Oh, hell no. Oh, he threw that shit.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything.
He's just playing the flat. Nope. Switch that. Have to go.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Tripped again. Still he's starting to play dirty. They're tripping. Of course they're going for it on 4th.
He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to play football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
I hate when that shit happens. Like, you fake the snap, nobody moves, but then you press snap, and it's a false start.
On the handoff, this is Dillon. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Like, I press snap very quickly after the fake snap. That's not an unrealistic thing to do.
Keep it on the ground. Dillon stops short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. This is Dillon on the counter, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. And his kick is indeed good. And their lead will swell up to 28. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
It's not a pick? Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. I'm like, what?
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him.
I like to run that back as well.
Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces.
It's got 94 wheel. Not my favorite run play.
Training camp, they knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening.
I got my 200, so that matters.
He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
If I get Jacoby Myers another touchdown, that'd be cool. But Devontae Smith is kind of my preference here.
From the red zone now,
yeah, he's open.
And this one complete to Smith. 7 yards to pick up there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5. Here's the big man Dillon with it.
Ooh, ah.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and pound it in with Dillon, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Mike Tomlin is not amused.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And after a rough start, as we take a peek at the numbers, he's going in the right direction now.
So often when you see a game start the way we saw this one start for him, you just wonder if he's got a chance to bring it back at all, and that's exactly what he's done. Love seeing that happen simply because you know a guy has struggled, and now he's found a way to make things better. That's Pretty good stuff right there.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to his tight end Freiermuth. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
No, come on.
Finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot and pick it off a pass.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Dillon, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
Shouldn't keep doing
It's a
this.
gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in.
That's bullshit.
He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down to get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Maximum
This will not be
power.
returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Let's go, Chase.
By the Bills. And that should just about do it.
He kept getting that ball away, so I just dove this time. I was like, man, fuck you.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say,
I'm not positive he fumbled that, but I'm not going to question it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Ooh, off the post. Both my X Factor cornerbacks are ready.
Shot for Wilson.
Bro, get the fuck off me.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. A big
Good game.
offensive explosion helped leading them
I mean,
to
not for the
victory.
Steelers,
The
but
defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points
for
on
the
board. Let's
user.
keep winning.
they will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
108 passing yards, and we scored, what, 56 points? 59.
Here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
Those adjustments I
at
talked
home
about, I'm not sure
next
about
week.
anymore. We came into a groove. Well, that was fun.